Hello everyone, welcome back to 20 Minutes Till Dawn. Just as I thought I had 100% of the game, they come in and introduce a whole new character, Yokai. On every 6th shot, send out a frost butterfly that periodically freezes nearby enemies. If affected enemies are already frozen, they instead take damage equal to your bullet damage. Well, we know that big bullet damage works well with the grenade launcher, but I'm more inclined to get lots of butterflies going with the dual SMGs. So let's give that a go. Now, they have also introduced an endless mode, but we're just going to go for standard darkness 15 to get the achievement. Maybe we'll play with endless mode another day, but for now, let's see what we can do. Oh, I've still got rune things from when I last tried to do the achievement. So it's 3 clicks because the 2 bullets qualify separately as shots because the 2 guns are independent of one another. Everything is getting frozen very swiftly, isn't it? I want more reload speed. I guess I should be going after the XP as well. More reload speed would be great. Let's go Frost Mage, because if we can get to Frostbite and Shatter, that should be very effective for us. But I'm hoping that even when the crowds get really dense, like at the 10-minute mark and the 2-minute mark, we're just going to have a sea of ice around us. Let's take Electromage as well, since we're putting out so many shots. We can have ice and lightning. Only 3 HP, but with our shield and everything else, I'm sure we'll be alright. Yeah, that slow reload time does hurt a bit. Damage, more lightning. When lightning strikes an enemy, there's a 20% chance to automatically refill our ammo. I'm fine with that. I say refill, add 3. If I can get to just firing in perpetually with the guns, we're just going to make so many ice butterflies that we'll be unstoppable, won't we? Lightning damage increased, sure. We could take Ice Shard, but we're unlikely as we progress to actually fire the last shot in our magazine, so there's less need for us to be worrying about taking such effects. There's Frostbite though. Oh, there's Quick Hands as well. Give me Quick Hands, because I do want that reload time. We don't quite have enough lightning skills yet to be firing perpetually, so a small sacrifice now for some reload will hopefully mean that in the long term, on the occasions that we do need to reload, it won't be nearly as frightening. Give me a dragon egg. It'd be fun if her dragon was an ice dragon instead of a fire dragon, but I guess that's probably a bit too niche. And any moment I'm expecting that first elite to appear. As we get another level, there's Frostbite once again. I think that's a good time for that. So we're slowing a lot of stuff down, but in big crowds we don't quite have the number of bullets we need to stop as much as we'd like. But there is Shatter as well, which is going to do wonders for us when these crowds do get a bit denser. There is the elite. And we're just gonna get that chest, get that bag. Frozen enemies take 30% extra damage. Lovely. Right, we could take some movement speed. We could take Trained Dragon. We should probably take Trained Dragon this early. We gain some HP for hitting level 10. We get a HP on every 5th level. Not that we needed it on this immediate occasion. Is that a tree that just got destroyed? Alright. Aged Dragon as well. After this update, it doesn't highlight the color. It doesn't highlight the upgrade you have selected in a white border. Possibly an unintended change, because that does make the UI slightly more confusing. Give me all of this sweet, sweet XP, please. And then these guys are going to explode in this crowd. I was worrying about the exploding crowd, so we lost our shield, but it'll be back. Bullet damage, knockback, reload rate and move speed while our shield is up. Sure. We got those runes orbiting us to help knock enemies back when they do get a bit too close. I think every 10 seconds. And we're coming up on 15 minutes when we're going to be penned in with our first boss. Hopefully, being able to freeze them will mean we keep lots of open space for us to move through when they're attempting to charge into us. I think double shot is going to be fine here, because it's going to double up each side of our gun, because, oh god, I did not see them pop out behind the tree. And bosses do double damage, so this is doubly bad for us right now. But we have a dragon. Ah, man, I thought he was frozen. Alright, let's try again. So maybe a little bit more movement speed for us. Yeah. I think the problem was when we took double shot, it made our spread much higher. So it was harder to hit some of the things that were really directly in front of us. Right. Immediate reload rate. Maybe we'll just try and go way more bullets rather than going summons and stuff. Because if we can have a sea of bullets, we can have a sea of butterflies. And if we have a sea of butterflies, everything's getting frozen. Alright. Sea of bullets it is. If I can reduce my spread a bit, I wouldn't be mad. But hopefully getting it earlier is going to make it easier to just learn where we want to be placing our shots for the most efficacy. Shoot an additional bullet behind you is great. I don't know if that's also making its own grouping of butterflies, but I'm just grateful to have the extra shots being produced. Rapid fire or more reload rate? I'm going to go rapid fire. We just want to be putting out as many bullets per second as we can. So the extra projectiles, the extra shot behind us, the extra fire rate, all contributing to that goal. Now, fanfire is probably going to work out for us if we don't take the lightning refills ammunition stuff. We can just have this extra spread of bullets, and if we're lucky, we will be able to... I completely lost my train of thought. What I was focusing on is if I keep firing, when we get to that chain of bullets that spreads out around us at the end, they appear to currently be larger bullets. Because every third shot we fire is bigger. Oh, now it's small because it got interrupted. Yeah, every... Oh, did it change because we took 2 extra ammo, so now we can't keep it on the same big shots when we do the spreads? Yeah, alright. Scratch that then. Yeah, more bullets. We want the basic ice mage, frost mage. We haven't had that yet. +1 projectile, more spread, less bullet damage, doubles base projectiles. I think we want that. So now I really need more reload rate. And Shatter is going to do us a world of good once we can get on the Frost Mage train. There is our first elite. Sometimes when I'm focusing, I really struggle to just put together long, competent sentences, and I just speak in fractured terms, and I'm really aware of it. Give me the movement speed ahead of the 15-minute mark. We've got a good amount of XP just kind of building up around us, but I'm prioritizing this guy. The reward chest will hopefully be very worthwhile. As we just gently try and keep the crowds behind us at bay. I'll take a magic lens. Bigger bullets. And given our spread, there's a good chance most of the time something is going to be trying to move through that lens. Double how often frost butterflies freeze or damage nearby enemies. Fine by me. Let's go get as much of this XP as we can before the 15-minute mark. Still no Frost Mage. Alright, we'll take Electro Mage then, just because we're putting out so many shots anyway. Won't do us any harm to have it. Grab all of this XP. Electrobug, more reload rate, bullet spread, vision range. Increase bullet damage by 50% for 1 second after reloading. Sure, I'll take any extra amount of reload rate I can get. Right, there was an instance where I thought I was still holding the button to fire after making my selection, but I actually have to pull off the button and click again to get to firing after the intermission. Crowd's not nearly as bad now that we're not focusing on destroying that elite. Give me some rubber bullets. We're going to produce so many bullets. Having a chance for them to bounce off stuff and go and hit more stuff can't be a bad thing. Alright, there's the 15-minute mark. As long as we've got a path behind us, I would like to just continually fire on the boss to keep it as frozen as possible for as much as possible. I didn't even hear the chirp that time. Give me a path out of here, please. Run and gun is going to be really good for us. Come on, just be dead, please, sir. At least we still have 3 health this time, so if we do get hit once, it's not an immediate death for us. Our shield is down. The fence is also down. And they are down. Time of elements, increase freeze duration by 35%. It's good, but we don't really have any way of doing more damage at the moment. But I'm going to invest in it anyway. I think by the time we pick up Shatter or some other similarly equivalent things, maybe we will have to start on getting some familiars as well. Siege. When standing still, there is a 33% chance we don't consume any of our ammo. So now we're probably going to have to try and invest in the lightning equivalent of this if we really want to get this field of bullets going. Yeah, I would like to see Shatter. I would like to see Splinter. I think both of those would do wonders for us at the moment. So if we want Splinter, we have to take power shots, so we'll take that for now. Going to do a little bit more damage as well. Our bullets aren't doing heaps with the SMG just because there's kind of loads and loads of very small bullets rather than a couple of very large ones. But a little bit more damage added on top of that can't do us any harm. Still no sign of Frost Mage. Alright, well, give me Divine Wrath. When our shield comes back, that will be another opportunity for lightning. And I just want to kind of keep focusing on dense parts of the crowd, because we want every one of our bullets to hit something, preferably. Every third bullet we shoot has extra damage and infinite range. That's why you see some very big shots making their way to the edge of the screen rather than being absorbed by our foes. Bullet damage, bullet size, blazing speed. I don't love any of this, really. Give me the dragon, I guess. It's a bit late for it in the grand scheme of things, but none of the other upgrades really spoke to me. I'm still not seeing Frost Mage. Can't believe it. The red eye ones just seem to have so much more health than everything else. I wonder if bullet speed would increase the speed at which the butterflies fly. Right, so our lightning is now contributing to our ammo regeneration. And our siege is keeping us in a bit of extra ammo when we're not moving. That is a very, very big crowd for the 10-minute mark. Make sure we're looping around for XP as we go. Reload rate 100%, bullet damage plus 50%, max ammo minus 666. That's not going to work for me on this high ammo volume run. If it were like a shotgun or crossbow, that would be great, but not right now. But we're still gaining XP at a fairly good rate. Increased reload rate by 5% for every enemy killed. Great. That's going to see us reloading much more quickly when we do need to on those rare occasions. It's so fast, you almost blink and you miss it. What do I even want at this point? Guess I'll take glare. Maybe we'll have a chance to stand near a lot of frozen stuff and cause it to just take passive damage. There's loads of XP hanging out, isn't there? As the brains turn to leeches, I'll take even more movement speed, sure. Good for dodging around these guys. Lovely pocket of XP here. Stand your ground. Projectiles +2, fire rate +25%, move speed -25%. I don't think I've seen this one before. So, but there's Frost Mage. Give me Frost Mage first. If we have the chance at Stand Your Ground soon, we'll pick that up as well. But Frost Mage is going to do great work for just freezing even more of the crowd to keep us safe. As we just do slightly ever wider circles running around the area, looking for the XP that just managed to get a little further away than everything else, like up here. Just freeze stuff so we have a nice movement to run by. Of course, our dragon firing in the direction that we point our cursor, so we should be more cognizant of where we're pointing things. And now we're just going to wait for the crowds to thicken up a bit. Avoiding the red dots of danger. This elite here not causing me any amount of undue stress. Let's take Stalwart Shield for faster shield regeneration on the occasions that we do get injured. And we'll just get our chest in a moment when this guy dies, but really we're under no threat of anything else getting to us apart from these red shots with infinite piercing, infinite range. They do upset me. Come on, get dead. Oh, our shield went down unexpectedly. I was focusing way too much on just tanking the big guy. We've been hit by something. What on earth was I hit by? I completely missed it. Well, we just hit level 25, so we're not going to heal again till level 30. So I'm grateful that we have such a fast shield regen now. Frozen enemies take 30% extra damage. That is good. I think we should be able to get up to level 30 eventually. So if we could just not die before then, we'll be in for a grand time. Trying to make sure we avoid the trees in the crowd, because they can hurt us if we get behind their canopies. And after the 5-minute mark, not only will we have another boss to contend with, but all of these regular small enemies will do 2 damage instead of 1. So that becomes a tricky minefield to navigate. But as we are, this crowd is very chilly. Increased lightning damage? Sure. We're putting out so many shots. There's a decent number of lightning bolts out there in the crowd. That's it. Shoot into the nice, big, thick pieces of crowd. Still don't have Splinter or Shatter yet, which, once we do get them, are going to help immensely clearing out these dense areas. But now we're at the stage where the XP and the leveling is not super fast. So we want to clear out this dense part as we cross that 5-minute mark. There is old Lasers McGee. Reload rate we don't really need. Increase bullet damage and move speed by 10% every 10 seconds up to 40. Or more electricity. Let's go more electricity. Nice to be able to hit stuff that we're not looking at. This guy just not getting frozen, or do they just not have the ice cube animation to show they're being frozen? Oh, too close, too close, too close. He actually reloaded there for once. Clear out some of the little stuff. Want to give ourselves loads of room to maneuver into so we don't ever have to get too close to this thing. Although now we've crossed the 4-minute mark, the barrier has dropped, so we can move away if we really want to. We just have to do it through the crowd. Which has its own merits, because these dense crowds are now going to produce far more XP for us than the thin leech crowds. Come on, fresh level. There's Splinter. Splinter's going to do us wonders of good, I think. Enemies explode into 3 bullets. When killed, these bullets deal 10% damage. So hopefully now, these crowds are going to self-regulate themselves a bit. with explosive enemies. We need level 30 to heal. Get in there. Only 3 minutes left to go. I would like that health before that last minute crops up on us. There's two elites right on top of each other here, or a boss and an elite, however it goes. Forever trying to look out for the lasers. Right. We don't want mini clip. I do want frostbite. That's going to help. A nice way for us to do more damage, because I don't think we've really increased our actual damage output very much this run. I think that was the sound of the big laser boy dying. Put their bonus right behind that tree. Not that I even know what one I would want to take right now. Big shot in the wind. Ice shard shooting your last ammo isn't going to happen very often, but maybe it'll get us to shatter a bit more quickly. There's our chest. Send out an additional frost butterfly. And Tome of Elements. Didn't I take Tome of Elements last time? Increase burn damage, lightning damage, and freeze duration by 35%. Evidently, I didn't. Or it might have been last run when we died, right? That makes a lot of sense. So, 1:40 to go. Everything getting frozen now. You love to see it. Give me sight magic. There's a chance that things in our vision cone might get frozen by our freeze effects that occur on shot, but then effectively occur on our sight damage instead, perhaps. Our shield is back. I didn't realize it was gone. We did get to heal at level 30, which is lovely. 1 minute to go. We're not going to get that ice shatter, although it seems that evidently we probably didn't need it. And as for summons, we got all this way with just a dragon, a firefly, and a barrier. Or a lens. No ghost, no knives, no scythes. "16 seconds to go. No fear at all. Stand your ground. +2 projectiles, +25% fire rate, lower movement speed." Well, I suppose then we should just stand our ground, shouldn't we? There you go. There's the Yokai achievement. And once again, we have returned to a state of having Darkness 15 wins as every character. But for now, thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put those down below. Otherwise, I'll see you again in the next one. Cheers.